Now I am going to talk about how remedial measure has worked in somebody's life. There was a person by name Sundaram who is a good friend of mine. I have known him for 20 years. That man referred a client. The client came along with his wife and he showed me the horoscope of his son. I told him his son will not be interested in education. The son will not be interested in going to as work. He will want to start the business and it is not very good for him. The man was so astounded that I gave such an accurate prediction. He asked me, is my son life is going to be bad? I told, no, your son life is going to be better, because if you do the remedial measure, he will become better. They became very, very desperate, and it turned out to be that they could not pay for the remedy. So they told me every 10 days or 20 days we will come and do the remedy. They are worshipper of Lord Shiva, and they worship Saturn in some form of something called Challakutti or something like that. The other one is his wife asked me. So she said, sir, I want to start a food business. Now will you help me as a person in suggesting the remedies for my business to take off? So I told, Amma, you look fair, you have a long hair, you have a lot of Lakshmi Kataksham into your life. So please light lamp for Mahalakshmi, where you will do really well with regard to the business. She started a food business. Slowly, she started getting better and better results. There was a lot of orders coming on, and within 6 to 8 months, the business took off. This man was taking money from his father and he was not making money like everybody else. He was doing some real estate business by which he was not making money. It turned out to be exact that the guy was interested in doing the business. He could not make money. The second thing, I told them that their son will get a job after doing the remedies. They started doing the remedies. He got a lot of interviews. After that, he got a job in Zoho, and they came and asked me. They said they are having too many rounds of interview. We do not know whether he will get it across. So I told them definitely they will be getting across, and ultimately he passed by about it. This is a very good example of remedies coming true. I have withheld the name of the person because it's not going to be helpful for him as a person. But it is truth. You can call it as a miracle, because the guy was playing the video game. He wanted to do something with the video game. They were not able to convince him at all to go out and do the work. In fact, I recorded for him my entire thing, and I sent him across the video prediction, just like how we do it for the clients. We found that his attitude changed, his demeanor changed, his hairstyle changed. Within a matter of 4 months, a lot of things changed for the remedy across as a person. So this itself is a very, very good example of the remedies coming across as a person. So please understand that astrology means remedy is there. Many people talk about astrology as a fatalistic science, as a karmic science, without the understanding that it is not fate or karma, it is a diagnoscope. It is like a scan report. It is a blood report. It is a scan report for which you don't need to worry. It is telling you your level of karma, your level of problem, which is connected, which is getting exactly reflected by the placement of the planet. The problem with many astrologers is they have no idea of remedy, so they start simply blaming Saturn and Jupiter without understanding what is the remedy which has to be done across, how it should be done across. They have no idea. Don't believe anyone who says the remedy has to be done for 10 days, 12 days. It is not going to work. You need to do the remedies for 120 days. That is double the mandala. 48 days is one mandala. 96 days is the double mandala. So to have an impact into a person's life, you require 120 days. Some of the people will require 150 days. Some of the people will require 180 days. But that is all depends on the depth of the karma, which means it depends on the depth of the disease. There are some horoscope which are very, very afflicted, for which the long-term remedy has to be done across. So don't get carried away by people who tell you about stones. These stones are not going to have an impact like that of puja, homa, abhisheka, lighting the lamp, tying the thread, or giving the bali. These are the various techniques which has been employed by us, which gives profound and absolute results, which is very, very stunning across. Now I will give you another example. We are the only people who do the remedy, and we will send you the video recording of the Sankalpa and the Asirvada. There is a particular lady who came to me. She is a Hindi teacher. Her husband had died. She was so disturbed about her son going into UK in the middle of the corona. They didn't know whether they will get the thing itself. They got it. Second thing, she was very frightened because the London was full of corona pandemic. They were having all kinds of problem with the corona. I told them not to worry, continue the remedy. In fact, there was another teacher who was always talking negative about the boy. She told him he'll come back from UK, he'll come back from the UK. We did the remedy and we found that the boy continued and finished the properly his degree. Imagine in corona, without getting affected, without getting afflicted, the person finished the remedy. Then he got a job and he has applied for a job, and even in the pandemic he got a job. This is the example of a remedial measure which can change the person's life completely across. So please don't come to the astrologers like us and ask what is the puja has to be done, what is the remedy has to be done, which will be more helpful to you than simply asking fatalistic prediction which might not and come true. In astrology, the Lagna Lord signifies the will. If the will of the person is very, very clear, then the person can manifest a lot of things. But the problem is people confuse between free will and fate. Fate is what you have done in the past. Free will is what you can do with your future. The point is, if you do the remedies, what happens? Your aura gets cleared, chakra gets cleared, your time blocks get cleared completely into your life. There are many people who talk about mind, speech, action, words, intention. Beyond this, there is a level called time, because viparita kale vinasa buddhi. In a bad time, the mind becomes perverted across. You can see the influence of time in people's life. That's why people say time is God, Kala. The problem with many people is they do not understand that astrology has a very fine techniques of based on time and ritual. If you do the time and the ritual properly, people will have a tremendous impact into their personal life. The many men, many women are very worried about their children, whether they will settle down in the career properly, whether they will have a proper job or not. Do not worry. From Saturn, if you do the 10th Lord remedy, the person definitely will have a good period as far as the career is concerned. So therefore, it is very, very important that you become very clear with regard to your career and by doing the remedies. Many people are not so clear what is the job they have to take, what they have to do as a person. This will be more helpful to you by doing the remedies across as a person. Therefore, this video, we will be giving you quality prediction. We have helped many people. We are at a reasonable price. please do come and approach us. We will respond to you immediately. You can come through video calling, you can come through telephone calling, whatever it is, do come and take the remedies and help your life across. Thank you.